Hi, this is the Love and Money Show. Today I'm going to talk to you about secret experiments that have gone on in the past and that are currently going on. So, by secret experiments, what I am talking about is experiments that the government does. And the reason why I decided to bring it up is because of the stock market. Some people do not trust the stock market because they don't trust the government. And so I'm just going to talk about some of the things that the government has done in the past and what they are currently doing. So the reason why I decided to bring this up, I myself, I am in the medical field and I just got finished doing a CE on implicit bias. So what they're doing is they are teaching the kids now about how bias works in the workplace. They're teaching them what microaggressions are, and they're teaching them about systematic racism. And this is through the requirements of the CE called implicit bias. And so, what's piqued my interest is that there was a slide on the CE with that listed a large portion of the government experiments. So, to see this slide on one page with government experiments. Not to say that it was all inclusive, but just to see a slide like this was very interesting. And I'm going to talk about it briefly. Like there were a bunch of experiments on there, but I'm going to talk briefly about what I saw. And so we all know about the Tuskegee syphilis experiment. So what that was is African American people that were intentionally given syphilis and intentionally left untreated. This was the Tuskegee syphilis experiment. Now, we are all aware of this, something that the government did to African American people. But on this slide, there were a bunch of experiments, not just the one syphilis, which is bad enough. So there was something called smallpox inoculation, where they intentionally inoculated people with smallpox just to see the effects of smallpox and to study it in human beings, what it does to people, and to treat human beings like they're animals, like you're going to inject human beings with smallpox and see the effects. This was an experiment done by the government in the past. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up again is trust, right? Some people are not in the stock market because they don't trust the government. So you have the syphilis experiment. Now you have smallpox being intentionally inoculated with smallpox. Okay, another one that was mentioned in the CE is the human radiation experiment. This is in 1945. So you have the capability of creating radiation and you are irradiating the body of human beings to see what this effect does on people. 1945, human radiation experiment. This is what your government did. Now, I only mentioned three, but this slide had a whole bunch of government experiments, what they do to human beings in the past and currently. So I'm going to talk about what is going on currently by your government. There is a program right now. It's called Havana Syndrome. And what they do is they send people to stalk you. And so these people are hired, they are willing to take the position They are of all colors and all genders. It's anybody who wants money. The government pays them. And so you have black women doing it. You have black men doing it. You have white men doing it. The white men are in long trench coats. Uh, the majority, they wear black hoods so that you can identify them. There are white men doing this. There are Asian women doing this. There are Indian men doing this. There are white women doing this. So they're people that look like they would not fit a criminal description because the media only portrays African Americans as being criminals, but criminals are white women. White women are criminals. White men are criminals. So basically, anybody who wants money, the government pays them and they target only specific people and they stalk them. They stalk them by foot, they stalk them by car, they stalk them in their work environments, they follow them to church. So what they'll do is they will purposely, if you are working at a location, they will try to get into your place of employment. They will go through the hiring process, pretending like they are a normal person. Will go through the hiring process. And the purpose is to get into your place of employment so that they can be right here next to you in your place of employment. This is what your government doing is doing. It's called Havana syndrome. So stalking is one component of it. The other component of it is directed energy weapons. And most of the world does not know what directed energy weapons are. The police doesn't know what directed energy weapons are. The people that should know don't know. So these are military style weapons. And what they do is they hire the people around you, the people that live in your vicinity, like the house behind you, the house across the street. They're in their windows with their directed energy weapons. They are kind of like lasers. If you go to YouTube and YouTube the word wicked laser, then you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. Directed energy weapons, they work, they go through windows and they go through walls. And the purpose of these directed energy weapons are to leave actual laser burns on your skin. So it doesn't matter how far away they are. They go through the windows and they go through the walls. And these are military style weapons. They are called directed energy weapons. This is what your government is doing. So I just want you to be aware of what is going on around you and just to be more cognizant of what people are going through and what the government did in the past. Like I said, the syphilis experiment, the smallpox experiment, the human radiation experiment. There are a whole bunch of other experiments that your government has done in the past. And what they're doing right now is called Havana syndrome. And I would like for you to be aware of that term. I would like for you to know what it is. And I would like for you to just be more cognizant of what your government is doing. Now, as it goes with the stock market, some people are not in the stock market because they don't trust the government because of what they did in the past and what they're doing now. So, what you can do as far as that goes, if you're one of those people who don't trust the government, is you don't just only put your money in the stock market, you put your money everywhere: stock market, real estate, business, crypto, side hustles, you do it all. Therefore, you don't have to worry about trusting the government. You trust God. That's who you trust. You trust God. and just just do it all. I mean, most people who are wealthy are not just depending on the stock market. They're doing a multitude of different things. Okay? So, this is the Love and Money Show. If you like the show, please share it with one other person. Also, please hit the big red subscribe button and the notification bell next to it so that you won't miss the episode. Also, please hit the like button, it helps the channel. And let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for listening and have a good night.